Let's say you see questions on efflorescence, deliquescence, and hygroscopy in your chemistry JAMB exam. How will you solve them? Questions from this particular topic are very simple, and I'm going to be explaining in this video. So the first thing is that what is efflorescence, deliquescence, and hygroscopy? I'm also going to be giving you examples of compounds that are efflorescent in nature, deliquescent in nature, and hygroscopic in nature. So let's get right into it. First and foremost, what is efflorescence? Efflorescence is basically just like an occurrence whereby a compound loses water to the atmosphere whenever it is exposed. Like there are some compounds that when you expose them to the atmosphere, they will lose their water of crystallization. They will lose water and they will become somehow solid or powdery in form. An example of a compound like this is Na2 Na2SO4 dot 10H2O. You can see this in your JAMB exam. Na2SO4.10H2O. This is also called global salt. This is also called global salt. Another example is Na2CO3.10H2O. You can see this H2O that I wrote at the end. They are just like water of crystallization. When these compounds are exposed to the atmosphere, they will lose this water of crystallization to the atmosphere in form of vapor or gas. So let's move to the next phenomenon, deliquescence. Before I explain deliquescence, don't forget that Maximus is organizing a 15 days free JAMB tutorial for science students. And this JAMB tutorial is going to be covering subjects like chemistry, physics, mathematics, biology, and use of English. This tutorial is going to start from 1st of October and we end on 15th of October. If you want to join this free tutorial, click the link on my bio and then select the option to join free tutorial with Max Tutors. So now to deliquescence. Deliquescence is just like a phenomenon whereby compounds absorb moisture from the atmosphere, and when they absorb this moisture, they tend to form solution. Are you getting me? When these compounds are put outside in the atmosphere, they absorb moisture or water from the atmosphere and then they form solution. An example of compounds like this is calcium chloride, that's CaCl2, also caustic soda, which is NaOH, which is sodium hydroxide, and also potassium hydroxide too is also a deliquescent compound. So these deliquescent compounds, they tend to absorb moisture from the atmosphere and form solution. So you can be asked in your JAMB exam to give an example of a deliquescent compound. You sit in the option, and if you see any of these three compounds, just pick them. There are other deliquescent compounds as well, but for the purpose of this video, you can know these three examples. So now let us go to hygroscopy. Hygroscopy is also a phenomenon whereby compounds absorb moisture from the atmosphere, but they don't form solution. Remember that deliquescent compounds form solution. Deliquescent compounds, they form solution when they absorb water from the atmosphere. But hygroscopic compounds, they don't form solution when they absorb moisture from the atmosphere. Hope you are getting me. These hygroscopic compounds, they are mostly used as drying agents because they can absorb moisture and they will not form solution. They will just become a bit moist, but they will never form a solution. An example of this is concentrated H2SO4, which is sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, or also sodium chloride. Sodium chloride, which is NaCl, or our normal common salt, is also an hygroscopic compound. So that is all for today. I believe this video was helpful. Do well to like, comment, and follow us for more. I'll see you guys in the next one.